Hey chess friends, my name is Sprout, and welcome back to the Road to 1300 series. We're at 1229 right now. Let's get a game started and see what happens. We're playing the white pieces against an 1180. Gonna play d4 and see if they'll go into a Jobava London with us. Looks iffy. We will see. Okay, they are allowing for a Jobava. So we will do the basics here. And I think in this situation, we're just supposed to play out. I've watched it enough times now where I'm pretty sure that's what we're supposed to do. But at the same time, yeah, I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try queen to d3 because the engine is always saying that's what we should do. And then we're going to go ahead and try to kick out the bishop. Okay, there we go. And we'll see what happens next. They don't have a dark squared bishop anymore. That's just gonna... I'm gonna snap that up right away. And then, I guess we just develop. And, I was thinking about castling queen side, but I might castle king side now. Either way, I want to get more pieces out. I could actually just go directly over here and threaten this. And, have them try to defend. I think that's good so far. We'll just go and do that. And then we'll get some pieces out. Ah, yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? That's a pretty good move. But they were almost trapped. I've already let this game get pretty messy. So let's go ahead first and kick them and see where they're gonna go. Okay, that's still... I don't think that actually does too much, though, does it? Because don't we just block? And we still have, can't draw lines, but we still have this on the way? And then we develop with tempo on the queen. We'll see. This is an interesting game. It's very messy. I keep saying I don't want messy games. And then it gets messy. That's just a free queen. What did they do? What did they do? That didn't make sense. Okay. GG, I guess? The what? I'm so confused. Okay, I was just gonna do one game, but I think we gotta do another, because that was way too quick. Let's do a game review. I want to see if I was playing well or trash. Yeah, I was playing some hot trash. That's what I was doing. Apparently I was playing pretty well, but it felt really off. I'm not gonna lie, that felt uncomfortable. Okay. I'm very, very confused with my opponent's play. Alright, so, let's just take a quick look here. So, yeah, queen to d3 there is the correct move. I remember that from, like, a few games ago. I just kind of didn't respond, and I just let them take and double up my pawns. I don't like necessarily the idea of putting my queen on d3 because it feels like it's where the bishop wants to go, but that's okay. Obviously it worked out for us just fine here. Taking on the edge was correct. They weren't really able to castle then, so big kind of mistake for them. And this was a mistake because it gives up the pawn. So I really should have just gotten a knight out first. I suppose I could have even played queen to e3, going after the pawn like that. But either way, gives up the pawn. I still thought it was okay to like give up the pawn, castle, and gain some tempo here. And then this is just where things went super weird. I didn't really understand this. Was it a mouse slip? I mean, I don't know, but that was the end of that game. Cool. Let's go ahead and get another game started. Okay, second game. Let's get it going. We are playing as the... Hurry up, I can't keep stalling. White pieces again. We're playing the white pieces. Let's go ahead and see if our opponent will do a Jobava London. They won't, so we're not going to do it. Instead, they were doing some sort of trappish line. Probably that sort of line, but we're not going to allow it. And we're definitely not going to allow any shenanigans there. We're just going to bring everything out here. And I think we can take right there. There's also this looking a little weak, so I think I better take at this point. There seems to be a lot aimed over here. Like, I don't know if they can castle, it just feels kind of weird. I think I'm going to go out and take the center, though. Is it wrong? Is it right? I don't know. That seems really... like... maybe not wrong, but... I don't know. It's... well, yeah, maybe. Maybe wrong is the word. It just seems weird to... castle into it, per se. I think I could overprotect this pawn right now, with the idea to push later. Because I'd like to get castled. Castling queenside would be fine. I'm not gonna allow, like, I don't want that to get taken out, so I think I'm gonna just move it back here and just maintain some tension, personally. Because, yeah, I don't want, okay, that's... Does that worry me? Not particularly. I think we can push and ask their intent. Like, what's their intention? Yeah. I think we have a couple options. We can either push or we can just play knight b to d2. If we push, they could move back, otherwise they might take. If they take, I'd like it, though. So let's ask... I want to ask what they want to do. Okay, you're just going to do that. And I think I'm going to have to take you, because there's no point in not taking at this point. And now this looks pretty interesting. Not going to lie, I don't... there's a part of me that wants to switch it up and castle queenside, just so I can start throwing pawns up the board there. But I don't think that's right. I think our best bet is probably going to be... well... we also could just play knight out and sort of think on it a moment. Yeah, we could do that. I feel like if we play knight to c3, is there queen to h4? Not really. If that happens, I castle and I'm fine. It also keeps the option open for a little bit longer. So I think I'll play knight to c3, and then we'll take a moment here. I can also do something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Now, if only this pawn wasn't here, I could maybe... there could be some sort of discovered check and an attack on the queen. But I think under the circumstances, I'm just going to castle. Let's see. What to do, what to do, what to do. We do have to watch out for any discoveries, so I think I could just play move my queen. Actually, I could just move it here, because nothing's protecting that now, so that might be good. This is held twice, so I think just going here is fine under this, in this case. Okay, so we are getting that sort of thing here. Could I push, or is that a little bit too weakening on the diagonal? I mean, I'd love to push, but for right now, it seems like a bad idea. Either way, I think moving here is fine. Although if I move there, well, no, everything's locked down. Let's just go there and ask this guy what they're doing. Okay, let's go ahead. Move and control the open file, I imagine. So we'll see here. Yeah, I think moving and controlling the open file. I don't think it matters which rook I do it with, so I'll do it with this rook. Okay. I mean, I could also take at this point, and just say, like, I'm ahead. Yeah, that's a possibility. I wonder if there's any other threats that I can do. That's a question. I don't think there's anything right at the moment. I'm kind of liking that move, although I can't because it's pinned. So we should probably maybe think about... maybe we should think about doing some sort of move on this side. Just to, yeah. Just how do I want to do it? Well, I think this here would definitely be fine. Or do I want to... Actually, it might be good to play here and then play there, just to help to control the d4 square, possibly. So we'll just play here and see what they're going to do. Okay, they're giving me the open file. I will gladly take that. And I think we'll just go ahead and kick the bishop away. Now we gotta do something else. I suppose we could ready the double stack here on that file. Do we want to do the double stack there? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't want to weaken the area around my king. I suppose if I get the, maybe reposition the bishop. The bishop's doing, I mean, the bishop is kind of weak. I could move it. Too bad I don't have any tactics to win anything over here. But I really don't have any tactics. I can't push these pawns anymore because of this guy here. I suppose I can go over here and maybe try to wrap around because my queen isn't really doing too much right there. So I could try to wrap around. I'll get that pawn maybe if I do. So let's go ahead and move my queen to d3, trying to get it to b5. So we'll get over there. Interesting. So it's still everything is tied down right now. So that's interesting. Maybe I can push this pawn now? Yeah, I could push the pawn. Trying to see if there's any real tactics here, and I'm very annoyed at the fact that it doesn't look like there is a whole lot. It looks like, though, I could have some passers over here. Could play rook to d5, but again, it's not really doing anything in particular. So maybe if we can just start pushing pawns, that would do something. It's a question. I could also just take the rook. If I take the rook, everything's held by that bishop, so I'm not really a super big fan of that. Let's start pushing pawns. My opponent has a lot more time than I have, but I don't really mind because, well, I mean, there's not a lot going on. So they end up taking... now I guess I've got the double stack sort of thing over there, but it doesn't really do anything too much yet. I could actually, I do see one thing I could do. I could get it over to here. Maybe there, and then move there next. Yeah, that could work. Let's go ahead and give a check. See what they want to do. Okay, move our bishop into h5. And we'll see if they try to... If they blunder g6, that'd be a really silly thing for them to blunder at, like, this elo. But, you know, a red panda can dream. We can dream. Alright, let's keep going. So we are threatening f7 if nothing else right now. And then once we take f7, we're threatening checkmate, so... okay. That just seems like bad news. Because that's just threatening checkmate next turn. Why would they gobble up pawns? That makes no sense. Like, it's checkmate next turn, and I don't think there's any way for them to stop it. I mean, they can give a check, but I'm just moving my king safely to h2. So, you know, it ends up being just fine for me. Yeah, I think it's over. I say that, and if I manage to lose it, then I'm going to get lots of people laughing at me in the comments section. But we'll see. Good thing they have all the time in the world to think. They really did a good job on time management. That's sarcasm, by the way. They didn't do a good job on time management. In case you missed it. Yeah. But I shouldn't get too cocky. There's always a chance that they'll find an amazing move. I just don't think there is an amazing move. I think the only move that works for them and saves it is if I mouse slip. Oh, I would. Oh my God. I would be so upset if I mouse slip. We're not doing that. We are absolutely not doing a mouse slip. But okay, they resigned. So they figured out that they messed up. They shouldn't. They got greedy. They got greedy and they went pawn grabbing. And I empathize. I understand. I'm a greedy pawn grabber too, but that was not the time or the place. Let's go ahead and do a quick game review. Alright, how did we play today? We played at a 80.2% accuracy. And yeah, we had a okay opening. It got a little crazy. We had a also okay middle game, and we had a really good end game. Although I can't imagine there was much to call an end game in that, so... Alright, let's take a quick look at how we did. It was a very slow game, as we see. Kind of what I thought. I figured, like, this whole game, maybe I was just a little bit better because I was a pawn up, so but it was so close. It was really just all at the end where they just, yeah, they kind of let themselves down. Let's see. Everything, some inaccuracies. Overall, everything was good. This is a mistake. Overlooked an opportunity to take an outpost with your knight. Yeah, I mean, outpost in enemy territory is pretty good. I just wanted to get rid of the knight, because I envisioned, you know, I'm a bit of a dummy, and I envisioned a scenario where letting this knight stay on my side of the board was not going to end well for me. So, you know, Fishy might say it was a mistake, but I say it wasn't. Yeah, everything going well over here. Mistake again. I lost my advantage by moving my queen to d3. What was the right move? Playing my bishop to c4. Okay. We were looking at that. It's so hard in the moment to figure out what the best move is. Getting our queen involved was ultimately really good. Bishop to h5. Didn't spend much time on it. Knew it looked good. And then, yeah, they just... They ruined it all. As we see on the eval bar, it was mate and 6. There was nothing they could do to stop it. So they'd just have to throw pieces my way, and I'd end up with mate. So anyway, I think that's it for today's video. We did pretty well. We had 2 wins. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to interact with me live, ask me questions, interact with me, get my thoughts on chess stuff, I imagine, follow me on Twitch. The link is in the video description. Alright, thanks for tuning in, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.